disconnected or something. I know how that happens and how that is, so yeah, that might be what's happened here. But anyways, we're here, and yeah, unfortunately I think Gail's got technical issues on her live where she was, so yeah, I was just watching that. I think she was going to go off fairly soon anyways and finish up her live, but yeah, she seems to have dropped out, so yeah, that's a bit of a worry. But anyways, here we are, and who have we got here now at the moment? And yeah, I should start my live up on my computer and just see who we get coming in, because I don't always get chat here, so yeah, I'll have to start the live up on my computer and just see who comes in. Anyways, who have we got coming in? And it'd be great just to see a few people coming in, but yeah, live streams, you just never know. You know, I guess you could say live streams are like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're ever going to get. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'll get this live started here, and we'll see who's going to come in, and yeah, hopefully we get a few people coming in, but yeah, like I said, you never know. But anyways, never mind. Looks like there's a few lives on at the moment and a few premieres, so yeah, it might be a bit of an action-packed time to sort of do a live stream too, if you know what I mean. But anyways, never mind. Just get this up here and open this and hopefully keep up with if anybody's going to come in and say hello. Yeah, 6k friends, and oh wow. There's only 5k the other week. But anyways, here we are. So yeah, hopefully we've got a few people coming in, and if you haven't already done so, please do smash the thumbs up. I could certainly do with some more of those. Certainly could do with more of those. It was quite a night last night. The wind blew and everything banged and rattled and goodness knows what. So yeah, not a real good night for sleeping last night, I'm afraid. But anyways, it is what it is. And I did message Jocelyn earlier saying I'm going to go live. So don't know if we'll see her or not. I know she's been pretty busy with everything she's been doing, and of course her son Paul has got a new game out too, and I've heard that that's starting to take off, so that's really good to hear. And big thumbs up and well done, Paul. Paul, Jocelyn's son, so well done. So yeah, we're just sort of sitting here and waiting who's going to come in, and yeah, I'm guessing Gail sort of has had internet issues. She did say that her internet was sort of dropping out from time to time earlier in her live, so yeah, I think that might be what's happened there. Moon over Miami, hi there, great to see you. And yeah, we've just started up, and everything's pretty quiet at the moment, but I see there's a few premieres on and a few live streams, so it's, you know, makes everything pretty quiet. But as we sort of get on later in the live stream, we might get a few more people coming in. Who knows? And of course, yeah, Thursday morning here, so yeah, I'm looking from the future for most of my viewers, and Thursday's no more special than Wednesday, I can give you the tip there. And I will remind everybody, if you'd like your channel link shared out, type drop, DROP, and Nightbot hopefully will do it. Hopefully, or Nightbot when Nightbot sort of being, you know, her usual you know, crazy self. Yeah, I won't sort of go into that too much here on YouTube. Those who know will be laughing at that one. You know, I know I was having trouble with Nightbot once, and then somebody in chat suggested calling it Nightbot. So yeah, that's where that come from, and yeah, I sort of had a giggle at that, and yeah, it gives me a giggle. That one. But just sitting here drinking coffee and waiting to see who's going to come in, and if anybody's got any news they'd like to share or anything interesting they'd like to share, you're most welcome. And of course, anybody in blue, if you've got anything interesting you'd like to share or a video, you can always paste a link. Suzanne, hi there Suzanne, great to see you. Thank you Suzanne, yeah. Seems only a week ago, or a bit over a week ago, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, but yeah, I was doing a 5,000 live. Huh. Yeah, I've had a couple of videos sort of getting some traction, so that's sort of helped things a lot. Everybody loves these events at the Victoria Market, and everybody loves the museum and that sort of thing, so I know what sort of content I'll keep making. But yeah, thank you so much. Oh yes, I totally understand that. Gail was live before and she was having the same trouble, and then she dropped right out. So it seems like she's lost her internet. Maybe with all the storms you all have been having, maybe it's sort of, you know, made some internet problems sort of everywhere. You know, I guess, you know, everything's sort of getting overloaded because people are trying to contact family and friends, and they're all worried about family and friends, and maybe that's sort of overloaded the system a little bit. That could be, you know, with Helena recently, and the trouble still going on in North Carolina and Tennessee, and I think parts of Virginia or West Virginia, I'm not sure where, everywhere. And then with this Hurricane Milton working up in Florida, yeah, it's sort of quite a worry. And of course, yeah, everybody's worried about their family and friends, and probably, you know, lots of messages going back and forth and people struggling to get messages through, and it may have overloaded the internet system a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much, Suzanne. I really appreciate that. And well, you can only do what you can do. If the internet cuts out, the internet cuts out. There's not a lot you can do about that. I don't know, it's been very windy here too. It's been crazy the last couple of weeks. But then, you know, you could say that it's a season change here. Yeah, I think that's what's happened too, Suzanne. Yes, I think you might have nailed it. I'm sure that's part of it. But some of the centres that handle, yeah, the routing and data centres must have gone underwater. Yeah, well, that's, yeah, I didn't sort of say that, but yeah, that's definitely true. And didn't think of that, but yeah, that would be definitely true and part of it as well. You know, probably a lot of the servers and, you know, data centres and everything probably been damaged or gone underwater with all the horrible weather. And maybe, you know, a few, you know, there's probably underground cables and whatnot and towers and whatnot that have sort of been taken out, and so, you know, things ain't always getting through where they should be. That could well be as well, yeah. Great point, Suzanne, great point. And drinking coffee, so just excuse me. And we'll remind everybody, if you want your channel link shared out, type drop and get it shared out. And of course, if anybody shares this live out, I really appreciate anybody who shares my live out as well. And that's much appreciated. And of course, wouldn't it be nice to have a heap of people charging in? And I must do a StreamYard again sometime. I know I did do one the other day for my Fall Fest drawing, and I won't have to draw again because my semi-finalist contacted me very soon after. She was in the chat too, my semi-finalist. Or she'd come into the chat at some time, so definitely no problems there, of course. And of course, Gail has, you know, all her details. So congratulations to Tammy of Mountain Grandma, who was my semi-finalist for Fall Fest 24. And of course, early next week I'll be getting her prize out for her semi-finalist prize, and getting that all sorted and getting that out. So once again, congratulations to Tammy, and of course congratulations to all the semi-finalists. I think probably they've nearly all been drawn now for Fall Fest. I'll have to check, but I think they've nearly all been drawn. But yeah, so congratulations to all the semi-finalists and wishing the best of luck. And of course, a big thank you to everybody who entered on my video on Fall Fest. I think I might have had like 100 entries or a couple of hundred entries, I'm not sure. But there was quite a stack, so that was really good, and of course much appreciated, and a big thank you. And of course it does help out, you know, the creators. Everybody's gained a number of new friends again through Fall Fest, and of course those who joined in Fall Fest for the first time probably gained more friends than those of us who have been in it for a few years, because of course you know, everybody sort of comes back year after year for Fall Fest. So you know, I'd gained the biggest amount of friends the first year, of course, of Fall Fest, because I hadn't sort of done it before. So, and of course it was the first year for Fall Fest as well, so gained a lot of new friends the first year, and then you sort of gain a few sort of I've gained a few each year, or a good number each year I've sort of done it. So it's a really great way, and been a really great collaboration just to make some new friends and just to build the community as well. What have I missed here too? I should have a look at the chat. I've got you all running on my computer to try and keep up. Top chat. I'll put it on the live chat. Don't think I've missed anything. Reminding everybody, please smash the thumbs up. I could do with a lot more of those. And yeah, I've got here TubeBuddy's popped up its window here, and yeah, 6.14k friends on my channel, so that's cool. That's really cool. But yeah, I've had a few videos sort of doing quite well. So, you know, that's really pushed things along. You know, getting out the Asian festival where I filmed at the Melbourne market, that went really well. And it's still gaining a lot of views. And then the museum video, that did not too bad. The Melbourne Museum video, and of course then the night market video, that's done really well as well, and that's really pushing along quite well. The Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla. Hi there, Jeff and Tammy. Great to see you here, and thank you so much. I must come back and watch your video. I saw that you had a video premiering, so I'll have to come back and get that one. I was on Gail's live, or watching Gail's live, and then Gail cut out. I think, like Suzanne said, yeah, I think she sort of put up a good point how, you know, with all the storm damage everywhere that you've had, there's probably data centres and, you know, towers and cables and that all been damaged by it all, and some, you know, some internet servers are probably underwater, so, you know, it's probably put a strain on the whole internet system where you all are. But great to see you, and thank you so much for coming in, and I really appreciate it. And I know you're busy, so I really, really appreciate you all coming in, and thank you so much. And I'm just sitting here drinking coffee and having a bit of a chit chat and seeing what everybody's up to. Yes, I've seen a lot of the news stories, and yeah, I really feel for all the people who are stuck on the highways, gridlocked with people trying to evacuate, and the gridlock trying to get out of where the hurricane's going to hit. Yeah. And, you know, I'm having a bit of a giggle at the name Milton, Hurricane Milton. I started thinking, Milton, it sort of reminds me a bit of a, the name Milton reminds me a little bit of a serial killer. I think, yeah. Apologies to anybody with the name Milton, or anybody with family or friends with the name Milton, but yeah, I don't know, for some reason it's sort of Milton. I hear the name Milton and I sort of think of Hannibal Lecter for some reason. I think that might be some memes I've seen. There's been a few memes popping up where they've been talking about hurricanes, and you know, it's been some other photo, and then next to it is a picture of Hannibal Lecter, and I think, yeah. Old Hannibal, he still pops up. It might be 20 years or so since the video, but he still pops up. Hi there, Templin Acres. Hi there. Great to see you. Oh, the comedian, yeah. Oh, I didn't even think of him. I don't really watch that many comedians, so yeah, I didn't really think of him, yeah. I find a lot of comedians not particularly funny, if you know what I mean. And I found a lot of them, they haven't been particularly funny for the last sort of 20, 25 years, if you know what I mean. You know, since everything sort of started getting politically correct, things just ain't funny no more in a lot of cases, yeah. Oh, my chat disappeared, yeah. Maybe it's just the internet sort of being funny, yeah. Because I didn't turn the chat off or anything. Yeah, double tap that screen, you all. Yeah, I'd like some more thumbs up. I need a lot more of those. Yeah, for sure. I think it was you that told me that, Jack, that double tap the screen and that'll bring up the thumbs up. Yeah. I didn't know that before, and I've been doing YouTube for ages. Maybe that's just a new feature, I don't know. Our treasured home, hi there Nancy, and of course say a big hi to Anastasia. What have I missed here? I'll have to keep a lookout tonight too, because yeah, somebody said when there's a lot of that activity going on that they can be viewed here. Of course, it's the southern lights, not the northern lights. So I'll have to keep an eye out. And they say that if you set your camera up and aim at the south, of course that's in this location, whereas for you, you aim at north, of course. But yeah, I've seen some really stunning pictures of the northern lights. There's been a few people that have got some really, really stunning shots of it all, and yeah, I've seen some stunning photos of it on Instagram and also on Facebook. So I'm going to have a bit of a look out tonight and see if anything's going on. Because of course, if there's a lot of activity with that, well, it'll hit the southern lights as well as the northern lights. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that and see if I can get some photos. And you know, sometimes I've heard it said that it may not sort of be so visible with the naked eye, but through a camera lens, it seems to do something with the light or amplify the light or what have you, and it can actually make some really stunning photos where it's not really so much from, or so much able to be seen with the naked eye. So, Australian Space Weather Forecasting Centre SA. Yeah, I'll have to look that one up and see. Yeah, see what they say. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. There's been a couple of times I've missed it. They've sort of spoken that it's going to be really, oh, awesome. That sounds good. There's really going to be, you know, quite a display, and then it ends up being cloudy, and so you don't see a thing. It's a little bit cloudy at the moment, but hopefully if we get a clear night, I might see something. And of course, I'm right at the south of the state of Victoria, the most southern state on the mainland, and generally they're saying that you can only really see the southern lights if you're in southern Victoria or Tasmania. So hopefully if the skies are clear, I might get something. Oh, that's all good, Suzanne. I'll look it up. I have the computer here next to my phone. I'm running from my phone, but I have the computer running from my phone, so I can just open a window and have a look. So Space Centre South Australia, or Space Weather Centre South Australia, I think it is. Google will tell me. Space Weather Centre, I think it is. I was typing up Space Centre and it came up saying Houston. Oh yes, Yeah, I think I'd seen that one before, Suzanne. Yeah, because I think they might have posted some of the amazing photos. Well, it's come up here. Bureau of Space Weather, Australian Bureau of Meteorology. And it's saying Aurora, so clicking on that, and we'll see what it says. Okay, current aurora conditions. ASWFC Aurora Alert issued at 10:23 UT on 9 October 2024. Geomagnetic storm in progress. Aurora may be observed during local nighttime hours in good observing conditions at high latitudes. So we may get something there, I don't know. Latest estimated 3-hour K-index data. Quiet at the moment, it's saying. But of course, yeah, it's daylight here, so you know, it's probably for obvious reasons they're saying quiet at the moment, because yeah, not going to see anything. But yeah, on 9th of October, of course, here it's now the 10th, so whether there's something. But yeah, that of course, yeah, a lot of geomagnetic activity interferes with radios, phones, TVs, yeah, the satellites, the mobile internet, everything, yes, so true. It says there's a link here, forecast, so Aurora Oval Tool, click on that, we'll see what comes up. Yeah, it seems like... Oh, TA Florida, hi there, great to see you, Troy, long time no see, really great to see you. Yeah, I was just looking up Aurora activity, because everybody's talking about the northern lights, and of course down here it's the southern lights, so I was just looking that up to see if there was anything current. Maybe there'll be something current tonight, I don't know. But yeah, I've moved house once again, Troy, and yeah, having to buy, you know, beds and bedding and everything, it sort of, you know, cleaned me out. But you know, that's life. It's sort of how it is. But yeah, I hope you're safe where you are, Troy, of course. I know Troy is somewhere near Orlando in Florida. Yeah, I was wondering how you're faring with that, and yeah, you're in the middle of that hurricane, yeah. Yeah, I was wondering how you were faring. So yeah, stay safe with that, and hopes and prayers with you, and hoping you don't get slammed like North Carolina did, and all that area, like they got slammed with Helena, and all the issues with that. So yes, definitely prayers, thoughts and prayers with you there, Troy, and do stay safe. Stay away from glass. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Jeff. I never thought of that. Yeah. Of course, yeah, if we get some of the high winds like we've had lately here, probably a good idea to stay away from glass also. Yeah, just so much destruction and loss lately, yeah. And yeah, I've heard some very, very interesting stories about what's been going on. Yeah, there's some interference being done from somebody that's been throwing out all the weather systems. So yeah, I've heard that theory too. I don't know, but you never know. Oh yes, you should be just fine. I stay prepared so I don't have to get prepared. Yeah. Yeah, good point. I don't know if anybody here watches the Outdoor Gear Review. Luke of the Outdoor Gear Review did a very interesting video about how it affected him and his neighbourhood, because he was right in the middle of the Helena hurricane, and he said he was somebody who was really very, very prepared, and through this disaster he's learned some things, and he sort of said how he would probably even change some of his preparations. He was saying that he's got had a lot of freeze-dried food, and then the issue with that then works out having enough clean water to rehydrate meals and rehydrate food. Having the right amount of fuel, or having enough fuel on hand to be able to heat up the water to rehydrate your dehydrated meals and that sort of thing. And he was just saying how he'd done a lot of preparation, sort of dehydrating or freeze drying or what have you, different foods, and then he was talking about the issues of rehydrating the food, and that how having clean water can be really a problem because all the water supplies are contaminated. And of course the issue of having enough water on hand. Can anybody store up enough water for a family? Unless they have like a big water tank or something like that, or a cistern or something like that. Or maybe they have a well with a hand-drawn pump or something, but of course then something could happen and then that water gets contaminated also. So yeah, big issues. Maybe, having the fuel, or, having the propane on hand enough stored up to boil water, to purify water. Probably one needs to think about, having some water filtration means on hand. Those Brita jugs with plenty of filtration cartridges or something like that. But but yeah, just to, you know, clean your water and have clean water, it can be an issue. And, you know, a big hurricane, well, you know, things get blown down, things get flooded, things get destroyed and slammed into. And of course, you might put infrastructure in place to make sure you've got water and things, but what can you do against an act of God that will destroy those things or damage those things? So yes, some very, very interesting points that he brought up there. I should look for his video and share it out here. But yeah, so true. Nothing like an actual event to really show you where your gaps are in your preparation. Yeah. And yeah, there's probably no simulations that will prepare you like an actual event or show you like an actual event. Yes. You know, I'm sure we've all like when we all went to school or something like that, we all did fire drills, but fire drills ain't nothing on an actual fire, if you know what I mean. I'll just see if I can get that video. Yeah, the worst part of a hurricane is the tornadoes. Yeah, well, of course, yeah, because they slam into things and, you know, will absolutely destroy everything, of course. Laurie's World. Hi there, Laurie. Yes, some heartbreaking stories of landslides. Yes, I know Luke was talking about a neighbour a little bit down the road from where he is, Luke of the Outdoor Gear Review. How, you know, they've lost their lives because their house had been, you know, in a mudslide, and that's terrible. Just see if I can get that video up here and I'll share it out because it was really quite interesting. I do enjoy Luke's channel because he keeps it real too. That's a channel I always watch and I enjoy, and even though he's got a larger channel, he keeps things real. He's not doing a lot of paid you know, paid for review sort of stuff, if you know what I mean. As it happened, Hurricane Helene in the mountains of North Carolina. I've just got his video up here and I'm going to share that out because it's really, really quite interesting. So yeah, I'll just put that into chat. Anybody who doesn't follow him could find his video very interesting. And you know, the funny thing is, I've never had anybody approach me yet to do a paid product placement or anything like that. And I would have loved to have had somebody do it, you know, because of course, you know, could have done with the extra cash. Would have loved to it, but I've never had anybody approach me yet. And I'm sort of getting to be of the thinking, would I do a paid product placement? You know, I've seen bushcraft channels, and then they're doing like a paid placement for video games. And, you know, my thought was, well, I didn't think those people were really gamers. And I was sort of thinking, yeah, they're pushing this product, and is the product really any good, or is it just that the dollars are good, if you know what I mean? So I don't know if I would really do a paid product placement or a paid product review if somebody did reach out to me on that. And maybe they wouldn't want to reach out to me on that because I'd be incredibly honest, and you know, if a product was excuse the language, shithouse, I would say it as it is, and I'd say, oh, this thing's shit. Don't waste your money. So yeah, maybe they don't reach out to me, because I'd probably say it as it is. You know what I mean? You all are probably having a giggle at that. Oh yes, Jeff, the mudslides and the landslides are the worst. Total destruction in some areas, roads washed out, backyards completely gone. It's so sad to see. Yes, it is really sad to see. So I don't know if anybody here has got thoughts and opinions on paid product placements, paid reviews, that sort of thing. What's your thoughts on YouTube channels doing it? And you know, of course, having to have in their video, you know, paid content. You know, try to think what the term is that comes up. You know, it shows in the video up in the upper left corner. There's a disclaimer: paid content or something or other, paid product placement or what have you, paid content. Trying to think what it is now, and I say it all the time. What's everybody's thoughts on that? And of course, if somebody reached out to you, I'm talking to YouTube channels here, if somebody reached out to you, would you accept the offer? And I know a lot of the companies, they're pretty picky, and they want somebody to give glowing reports. If you don't give a glowing report of their product, they're not going to be happy at all, and they're not going to pay you. So what's everybody's thoughts on that? Yeah, good point, Suzanne. I feel like you'd need to really research your product before accepting that kind of product review deal. Make sure it's not terrible or a scam first. Well, there's been a number of scams, sort of emails sort of floating around. I've heard, you know, that it's not an actual company. Somebody's, you know, spoofed the company letterhead or what have you, and it's just been a means of scammers just to take over somebody's channel. Oh yes, you say, Jeff, yeah, I say do it, paid promotion, yeah. And I mean, that's something for each channel to work out, whether they would do it or not. Oh, thank you, Troy. Yes, do keep us posted. Keep us all posted. Oh, yes, Suzanne, good point. Yes, I've heard that too. Channels who promoted fintech like electronic stock trading companies end up embarrassed after stuff went bad. Be careful. That sounds a bit like that Scottish heritage thing. Quite a few channels were promoting that. And apparently you buy like a square foot of land in Scotland, and then you could gain a Scottish title or something like that. And it turned out that it's not exactly true. And I mean, you know, buying a square foot of land, it sort of sounds ridiculous that you could gain some sort of a title like Lord or Lady or what have you in a country by doing that. And it turned out that's, you know, just a bit of a scam. And the company promoting that was not all up front. And yeah, a number of YouTube channels sort of ended up with a bit of egg on their face from promoting that. Oh yes, Troy, you'll be back if you can. Have to get a shower and make a few calls. Yeah, it'd be great to see you if you can come back. And of course, yes, stay safe. Troy, yes. you research it on video sometimes, and sometimes you are promoting something you use and trust. But if it's new to you, you should be transparent about that. Well, yeah, I think people should be, if they're promoting something, be absolutely transparent about it, especially if it's something new. They should be. But of course, you know, you see a video and you're watching a video and then you see the paid promotion come up, and of course, you know, the little part that's the obvious paid promotion, so many people will just sort of skip over that. And of course, if you'd look into your video analytics for those videos, you'd probably see sort of like the big dip where, you know, where people, you know, skipped over the paid promotion part. I was watching one channel lately, and I won't say who it was. Nobody in this community. It was a bigger channel. You know, something like he's got about 125k subscribers, and basically his whole video was an infomercial about this some hammock bed that was way overpriced, and yeah, he basically he's nearly destroyed his channel over that. You know, so many people, you know, one would see in the comments, they were saying, why did you do this? And I'm unsubscribing from you. You know, we've done a whole video just on this thing, and it was, you know, it was obvious that, you know, that it was an overpriced product that he never probably would have bought unless they'd sent it to him for free and given him a few dollars to push the product out. And yeah, the guy sort of nearly ruined his channel over it. So yeah, you've really got to be careful with those sorts of things. So I'm sort of wondering myself, will I even go there with you know, paid promotions? I mean, a few years back I had a coffee company reach out to me, and for a product review, I got free product and review, and you know, the video didn't really that I made didn't really get that many views. I guess everybody saw it was a paid product review, and didn't really get that many views, so I don't know if I'd do it actually. That's sort of the way I'm seeing it, and just sort of thinking at this stage I just would rather keep things real. I mean, I'd love free stuff, and we all love free stuff, and I'd love somebody to send me some dollars to push a product, but it seems that a lot of people start doing that, and then they end up sort of you know, losing their soul and losing credibility in that, if you know what I mean, and they sort of become not so real anymore. Well, yeah, good point, Jack. Keep people posted on how it's holding up over time and what you think of it. Yeah. You know, I know for a while there, Saka or Saka, however you say their name, they were really pushing out to everybody these you know, these free chainsaws for you know, limb pruning and that sort of thing. And I would have loved one of those, but of course, yeah, they never reached out to me. I would have loved one of those at the time, but they never reached out to me, so to that, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't know what I'd do. I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know if I'll really go there myself. I get emails all the time offering me the product and like $20 to add a 5-star do short, but when I let them know I only rate it honestly, usually they don't respond. Yeah, well, I'm sure they don't. You know, when it's a potential of being, you know, that they're only going to get a 1 or 2 star rating from you because you're going to rate it honestly. Yeah, that sounds interesting, Suzanne. Some higher elevations in northern New England are getting snow right now, says the weatherman. Awesome. I did see that there's been a couple of Canadian channels saying that they've had snow and their first snowfalls. And of course, you know, they're not that far away from New England, so yeah, that could be. And yes, Alaska, yes, there's a couple of Alaska channels I watch, and they were talking about their snowfalls and first snowfalls, yes. Yes, absolutely. There's a couple of Alaska channels I watch, and I do enjoy watching the Alaska channels. That's a place, Alaska's definitely on my bucket list. You know, it's just fascinating and I'd love to see it. And I don't know if I'd be doing the cruise though. I'd want to go and see it in real life and see the real people, if you know what I mean. I would actually love to do Alaska in, you know, an RV or something like that, or, you know, a van or something like that, and be there a while and tour around and meet the real people. I'd love to do it like that. Don't think I could do it on a package tour because I'd only ever once went on a package tour. I was living in Asia at the time, and it was when I was living in Indonesia, and some friends of mine in Malaysia organised, oh, we should go and do a package tour in Thailand. And it's sort of before I'd ever visited those places in Thailand. So, of course, yeah, went and did it. And, you know, if somebody likes package tours, it would be great. But it just seemed like you did see a few of the big attractions, but it's all rush, rush, rush. No chance to sit down and talk to the people who are actually at the place or live at the place. And a lot of it was visiting like stores and businesses set up just so that, you know, they'd bring a busload of tourists so they could sell merchandise. And yeah, no, I'd much rather, because, you know, I'd done all my travels until, you know, up to then, by myself or just with 1 or 2 friends, and we just go somewhere, and no set itinerary. You know, if we liked somewhere, we could stay a bit longer. If we didn't like somewhere, we could move on to the next place. But all what we'd sort of worked out and organised ourselves, and I found that's sort of the best way to travel. That's sort of what I thought and found. So, you know, I definitely would want to, you know, travel to Alaska and see it myself, and not have any set itinerary or, you know, some set tour. Much rather would be able to meet the real people and Now, you know, like if there was a YouTube meetup in Alaska, wouldn't that be amazing? The Alaska cruise. Maybe if you did like the cruise around that goes around, you know, all the icebergs and everything. You know, a lot of the places where you cannot sort of get by road, you can only get by boat or ship or helicopter. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I could understand. But I found a lot of package tours, especially, they just seem to be, you know, selling opportunities where, you know, they'll just pull in somewhere where somebody's got, you know, a souvenir store and, you know, sell merchandise. And I know very well that the stores sort of give a bit of a kickback to the package tour companies too, to visit them and to bring, you know, potential customers. So, you know, they give a bit of a kickback to the tour operators. And I mean, I'm wanting to travel somewhere and see something and not be filling up suitcases full of souvenirs, but much rather be getting video and film and you know, photos, and also, you know, experiences saved in my mind of what I've seen, the people I've met, the places I've been, and all of that thing, and not coming away with suitcases full of heavy luggage, souvenirs that you'll just give to your friends and they'll look at it and say nice, and then you know, get stuck in the back of the cupboard, you know, a couple of days later and then forever forgotten about. Or, you know, bringing home stuff myself that ends up sitting on a shelf and gathering dust. So that's just the way I see it anyways. They dock and have land adventures, yep. Got to take care of some things. See you in a bit if you're still on. Awesome. So yeah, I probably would take the cruise, but I'd also want to, I'd want to travel around Alaska itself as well. Not just do the cruise, but travel under my own steam. Because I know the cruise does take you to a few places or see a few sites that are very difficult to set up if you're going to set up by yourself. You know, the cruise ship sort of has the itinerary where they can go around a lot of those places, and a lot of the, you know, the glaciers sort of on the coastline and the rugged mountain coastlines and all of that. Whereas if you sort of hired a boat yourself to get around there, and you'd have to hire a crew that's sort of knowledgeable of the conditions and safety and everything there, it would cost you an absolute fortune, of course. So yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if I'd ever do a cruise around tropical island. It all seems pretty canned and pretty fake, if you know what I mean. It's all just they're dropping tourists off at the next, you know, souvenir store, and you've got a day there, and then back on the ship, and then to the next port of call, You're not sort of really getting the atmosphere of the real place. And oftentimes, like, you know, I've been around tropical islands, and of course I've ended up going to places sort of a bit off the beaten trail, if you know what I mean, and off the tourist track. You know, Bali, talk about Bali in Indonesia, didn't really like it, too many tourists. And of course they're all tourists of the worst kind. It was much better to go somewhere nearby Bali, like for example Lombok, for example, which wasn't, not so well developed and not so well known. So of course you'd meet more of the real people and not just a group of people who came from elsewhere in Indonesia just putting on a cultural show. And of course you could tell that it wasn't really their real culture and not really where they came from, for example. That's sort of what I found. Wow. 5 cruises a year. Wow. She just loves it. Yeah. Well, people love what they love. For me, I couldn't think of anything worse. I'd much rather travel somewhere and meet the real people and just do it at my own pace. I like the place, I'll stay a bit longer. If I don't think much of the place, I'll move on pretty quickly, and I'm not sort of stuck on having to be there or stuck on having to go too early and I haven't sort of seen or done what I want to do. Oh, yes. Yes, I can understand that, yes. To go to the backup receptionist because she was gone so often. Yes, I could totally get that. Yeah, I could totally get that. And I'll remind everybody, if you want your link shared out, type DROP, D-R-O-P, and get your channel shared out. It's all bright and sunny out there, and it looks like the clouds are clearing a little bit. So maybe if there's some aurora activity tonight, I might be lucky. Don't know how much I'll see though, because city lights and that sort of thing could be a bit of an issue too. So don't know if I'll see much or not. Yeah, just looking out the window and I see the cloud is starting to clear a little bit. I think there might be a chance of seeing something. Hopefully I will. Midweek here. Has anybody got any plans yet for the weekend? And of course, yeah, hopefully there's nice plans for the weekend and not, having to clean up after another disaster. And, I'm particularly thinking of my friends in Florida there. And of course, yeah, thinking of Troy, of course, who's been here already today. Troy, TA, Florida. Stay safe, and certainly we'll be thinking of you and praying for you, my friend, that everything stays safe for you and you don't experience a disaster. Yes. It's certainly interesting too, just to hear everybody's thoughts about paid promotions. And I mean, you see more and more and more channels doing it too. Sometimes I do wonder, I know with the cost of living, pressures too, they may not have taken those offers up in the past, but you know, with the cost of living and everything, the way everything's gone, they're taking up these offers just to, you know, help pay a few bills or something like that. Those of us who are monetised have certainly noticed in the last year, 2 years particularly, you know, the ad revenue has really dropped off. It's not what it once was. You know, the ad companies, they're not bidding as much to put ads into videos, you know what I mean? In a lot of cases it seems to be about 25% of what it was in 2020, 2021. What I've noticed, it seems to be about 25% the ad revenue of, you know, what it was. You look in the analytics, you know, price advertisers pay per 1,000 views, and yeah, it's about 25% of what it was. Really noticed that. Suzanne, yeah, everybody's saying the same thing about ad revenue. Yes, everybody's saying the same thing, and yeah, I can certainly vouch for that too. It's definitely my experience, but it's really dropped off. Yeah, that sort of explains, yeah, why some have stopped posting and others post a lot less, yeah. And of course, you know, especially a lot of times it costs you money to go somewhere to make content, or it costs you money to keep up with the equipment to make content, and of course, you know, to have the quick internet connection, and then of course all the editing software and apps and computers and things, and the costs have gone up, but of course the compensation or the remuneration of what you do has really dropped off, so, you know, people are probably dropped off what they're making. Oh, awesome, pick up a piggy. Great to see you, Temple and Acres, and take care, and thank you so much for coming in. It was really great to see you, and thank you so much, and I do appreciate you viewing. I really appreciate you viewing. Yeah, it costs money to make content, yes. The only people not really paying to make a video, people I know, just posting quick unedited videos, yeah. And of course, you know, I've got to pay for my editing app, for example. I just don't want to go with the free one. I want higher quality. I want to be able to upload and edit in 4K 60 frames per second, which is what I do, because I have the equipment that films at that, so I might as well post it up at that. Buying the equipment, traveling to the places where I'm filming, admission to the places I'm filming. You know, even, you know, I go to a market, it's going to cost me money because, I want to sample some food and things, so, you know, just the cost of that. The cost of admission, the cost of going there, you know, it's all costs, but it is what it is. And of course, you know, the cost of buying the equipment to do it with. If you film with your phone, you're having to buy a decent phone every so often just to keep up. You know, because phones don't sort of last forever. And, you know, the Android or Google or Samsung or Apple or whoever you're using the phone, they keep, you know, updating the software, updating the apps, and of course, you know, the phone that you're using soon becomes obsolete, where, you know, it just will not run the updated version of the editing software, or where the camera app is updated. It won't sort of run that, and, you know, your equipment falls behind. And of course, those of us that are using cameras, well, of course, we're having to buy cameras and equipment and then update that equipment because something better has come out, or people are expecting higher quality videos, higher quality sound, all of that, yeah. So yeah, it's all very, very, very interesting. Well, yes, that's a good point, Suzanne. It's an extra strain. Well, of course, you know, doing filming, because you're using your phone screen to look at all the time, the phone screen gets, you know, burns on it, you know, screen burn, where, you know, the images that it's up and at sort of ghosts onto the screen and become sort of there to be seen in all time. And of course the battery deteriorates with the number of charge cycles and all of that. So you end up having to get a new phone because your battery, once you unplug it from the charger, will only last an hour, if that at best, because you know, you've recharged and discharged your phone so often just by using it to film. Yes, exactly. And yeah, that's a really, really, really good point there on that one, of course. And just the strain on, you know, the electronics and the chip and everything in your phone by, you know, using it, by filming it. And of course, your phone's out there filming it, so your phone's getting hot because it's doing a lot of filming. And of course, you know, that causes damage to your phone as well. Or, you know, the batteries in your camera degrade, so you need to buy new batteries for your camera. It gets a bit knocked around because you've used it a lot, so you've got to go and buy a new lens for your camera, or you end up having to buy a new camera because, of course, it gets worn out from being used all the time. So yeah, it's a lot of it is definitely a lot of expense there. Yeah, who else do we have with us? And yeah, please do smash the thumbs up. I must, I'll refresh this and see what my thumbs up is like. Yeah, damage the phone battery by overheating the phone. Well, yeah, your phones will often get very hot just by filming, and filming a lot, and so yeah, that's got to be wear and tear on the battery too. Yes. And of course, you know, when I used to film with phones all the time, and I haven't sort of done it for a while, but you'd be filming away, and then next thing it stops, and you know, you see on the screen, message coming up on the screen, phone will now shut down, or phone will no longer film until it cools down, you know, that sort of thing, because it's got too hot. Yeah, nice. Yeah, they were user replaceable, yes. It was certainly very easy when you just take the back off the phone and you could get a new battery and just put a new battery in, yes. It certainly was easy. But of course, yeah, back then, of course, your phone wasn't waterproof and wasn't dustproof. So if you were out somewhere in the rain, well, you had to be that careful that your phone didn't sort of get moisture go inside or get wet. Or your phone didn't drop off the selfie stick or the tripod you were using and fall into a puddle because it was raining or something like that. Because, yeah, so you had to be careful of that. And so, you know, you could lose a phone just by it, you know, getting submerged when you're out filming something. So, yeah, interesting. But I'm sure they could sort of work out a way to make the phones that they're sealed up, but yet the battery could be, you know, taken off and replaced. I'm sure they could work out a way to do that too, if they really wanted to. But of course, you know, the phone company's aim is to sell more phones. So, you know, have the phone last a couple of years and then sell another one instead of allowing people to replace the battery or get the phone fixed. And, you know, the phone maybe having an ability to last 10 years instead of 2 years. Well, of course, the phone company doesn't really want you to do that. They're wanting you to buy another, you know, $2,000 phone sort of every, you know, 2 or 3 years. That's basically what they're wanting, of course. Cheaper phones still ain't waterproof, mine isn't, but at least it's water resistant, yeah. Yeah, I'm using the flagship phones because I do a lot of editing on my phone. I just find it easier than computer. I can just sort of lay back and just do editing. I just find it easier than trying to do it on computer. And of course my computer's old, so I sort of have the flagship phones because it's easier and better to do all those things with. I'm demanding more of them, and I'm demanding, you know, them to have a big memory. I'm demanding them to have plenty of RAM and plenty of speed, and I'm demanding them to have good cameras or really brilliant cameras because if I am out somewhere and I see something interesting and I don't have my camera with because I'm not anticipating the film, I can take out a phone and get, you know, brilliant video. Because sometimes I am out and about somewhere and, oh yeah, that looks interesting, I better film that. And of course I'm not anticipating a filming on the day, so I haven't gone out with my camera. And of course, you know, if I'm going out with my camera, sort of going out with a lot of bags and things, but when I'm wanting to go out just to, you know, do a bit of shopping or just to look at the market to pick up a few, you know, vegetables and fruits and meats and things, I'm not necessarily wanting to or planning to film, yeah. I've bought cars and driven them for less than the price of a flagship phone. I probably will never own a flagship phone, yeah. Yeah, I could totally understand that. probably your worst, or I found the most expensive flagship phone is your first, because you keep changing them. You change them every 2 years, and you sell the old one, and you put that money towards the new one, and you end up probably you end up paying as much as you would for a mid-range phone, because you're just upgrading them all the time. So, you know, your first flagship phone is sort of probably your most expensive. Or I know a lot of people buying them sort of with their, you know, their cell phone company too. But you end up, you know, if you work it out, you're often paying that much more for the phone than what you would be if you went and bought it outright. You're on a contract, I have a prepaid. Yeah, so no trade-ins, yeah. Yeah, I could not have prepaid. I mean, the amount of data I use, prepaid would cost me an absolute fortune. You know, my phone bill for the amount of data I use, phone and internet bill, you're looking at about $130, $140 per month. But yeah, I have unlimited data, so if I had to buy data I needed on a prepaid plan, I would probably end up having to pay like about $500 or $600 per month. Because, you know, the amount of data I use, that's the cost of, you know, what that data is prepaid. But yeah, I use lots and lots of data. I'm using well over a terabyte of data each month. Often 2 or 3 terabytes of data each month. So, you know, you're talking about 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 gigabytes of data every month that I'm using. Because I'm uploading at such high resolution, and of course I watch everybody's videos in top resolution too, because I can, you know what I mean, because I have the data. So if somebody's video is in 4K 60 frames per second, I'll be watching it at that, because I can. And of course, you know, I am uploading in 4K 60 frames per second. If I get a new camera and it's capable of uploading in 8K, I'm going to upload in 8K, because I just like to have good quality of what I put up. So that's what I do basically, I guess you could say. I don't have any family or anything, so, you know, my YouTube channel's all I got. So you know, I'm going to make it the best that I can, if possible. What have we been going? An hour and 23. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, I actually, my main phone now, I actually have a Samsung Z Fold. You know, you fold them out. And that's basically what I'm using. And, you know, I'm generally using the screen on the front, and that's, you know, I've got to fold it in at the moment. But if I want the large screen for something, I just fold it out, and it's absolutely brilliant. I'm really loving that I can fold it out bigger, just so that I can do things. Even, you know, if I'm writing a text or something, it's handy at times that I can just fold it out and do it on a big screen instead of, you know, instead of the smaller, narrower phone screen. You know, when you've got your phone about that wide and the whole bottom of the screen is the keyboard, it's much easier to touch type. No problems with it so far. I would advise anybody who gets them, you're not folding it out all the time. Use the small screen for everyday tasks, and just fold it out for the tasks that you really need a bigger screen for. I think that sort of is the way to go about things there. Because of course, you know, they do have a limited lifespan. I did see that Huawei, it folds 3 ways, is that correct? And yeah, I really wonder about the durability of that. Because where it folds, one of the ways it folds, your screen is actually goes around the corner, if you know what I mean. Like that's your screen and it goes around the corner. You can imagine all the wear on that edge. It's, you know, as you use your phone every day, I don't think that's going to be really that good. Whereas the Samsung model, and I know that the Google Pixel model also, they fold in like a book. And so your inner screen, when it's closed shut, is actually protected. So I think that's much more practical in, that's the way I see it. And then having an outside screen, a separate outside screen, just for your everyday tasks. I think that's sort of the better way to have it. Yeah, it doesn't hold up to break so well, yeah. I have heard that on a couple of articles I've read. I saw it and I thought, no, I don't want to get that one. It just doesn't seem like it'd be quite durable enough for me. Because it doesn't hold up breaks easily. I think Huawei there might have just went with it because I just wanted to be edgy. And I mean, generally Huawei products they make are really quite good. I've got the Huawei earbuds and I've got a Huawei sports watch, and I cannot fault either of those devices actually. You know, the sports watch works brilliantly and integrates brilliantly even with my Samsung. The earbuds, or you know, the Huawei earbuds, they're brilliant. They'll just last for like 20 hours. Yeah, they wanted to be first at something, yeah. They wanted to be the first to have a trifold phone, basically, and maybe in a couple of generations down the track, it may be fine. But of course, yeah, the first one, never as good. I mean, I did see the reviews on, you know, the Z Fold 1 when Samsung brought it out, and of course, a lot of problems with them, you know, the first one they made, and it didn't last very long. Yeah, I've got a video that praises the Huawei earbuds, yes. And the sports watch, yeah. Maybe you're talking about the video where I did a review of both those things when I got them. And I mean, I bought them outright. I didn't sort of have them sent to me. So, oh, thank you, Laurie. Great, thank you. I really appreciate you lurking. So I bought them outright, so, you know, I could do an honest review on them. They actually do work really great. If they didn't work great, I would have been not backward in coming forward and saying, oh, these are no good, you know what I mean, or these are crap. I didn't sort of have to keep Huawei happy. I could tell it as it really is, so that's sort of, you know, where I was coming at earlier, talking about, you know, so many channels are doing these, you know, paid promotions for companies, and they're not able to be totally honest. You know, if something's not good, they're not able to say that it's not really very good, because of course then the company won't pay them any money, and they won't get any more free product placements or anything like that. So, you know, that's sort of been my thoughts on doing product placements or paid promotions, yeah. And, well, like I was saying, nobody's reached out to me. Well, yeah, we were talking about that before, Laurie, how everybody's saying the same thing. Ad revenue, it's dropped right off, and it's like about 25% of what it was in 2020, 2021. And of course, yeah, we all know when we read the analytics that, you know, the ad companies ain't paying as much per 1,000 views of what they were. Nowhere near as much as what they were. So yeah, we all know that. And it's just a real sign of the times, and it does really suck, of course. Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes things difficult, Laurie. Back when I was first monetised, I think that was like about end of 2020, 2021. Some months I'd be getting paid every month, and then it would be every other month at other times. Lately, for the last year and a half, it's been like every 2 or sometimes every 3 months that I'd get paid. And actually, early this year, it was 4 months. I didn't get paid for, you know, it was the 4th month. 3 months in between payments earlier on this year. Of course, getting some more subs now and more views. Things are looking to be on the up and on the improve with that. And it's looking like it might sort of become every other month once again for me. But of course, you know, there's a big difference between, you know, 2,500 subscribers and 6,000 subscribers, if you know what I mean. So, you know, that's going to boost things up. Yeah, thank you, Laurie. My subs have gone crazy lately, yeah. I mean, you know, the way things are looking, I could be knocking on the door of 10k subs by the end of the year, which would be really brilliant. Really, really brilliant. I'd sort of say a lot of the reason for that is I've been in a more positive place. You know, it's been 12 months of healing to get, you know, where I was living in Frankston with that horrible old woman. Very, very negative. Difficult to make content because, you know, she was all the time trying to dox me, all the time trying to foul up my channel. And of course, you know, just the negativity coming off her. And of course, I was living in a negative place. And of course, you know, that would impact on my channel because of course, you know, the negativity just coming out of me. You know, all feed shit in, get shit out sort of thing. You know what I mean? So of course, moving away from her a bit over a year ago and being in a lot more positive place, I've become more positive and back to being the positive girl that I used to be before I came to Australia. If you do me back in the day when I was in Indonesia and Thailand, before everything sort of went pear-shaped, you know, I was that bubbly, bouncy, happy, positive girl, basically. And of course, you know, living at that place where I was at, really just belted that out of me. And, you know, I was getting depressed, I was getting very negative and everything. So, you know, getting out of that place has really, really, really helped my channel no end and helped my emotional health no end. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Well, see, that's the thing I want to do. I want to get to different places and different events. And, of course, make an interesting video that somebody who may never get to see it in real life can see and experience it and enjoy the whole process and enjoy the journey, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I really enjoy doing that. And I enjoy cooking, but I don't really enjoy making cooking videos or filming it or editing cooking videos. I'd much rather just cook something and not be filming it. You know what I mean? But I love to get out to the market and meet people and film that and film the event and film, you know, whatever cultural thing is going on. I love to get to the museum and see something interesting and film that. I really love filming those things, and I really love filming outdoors and love filming experiences, and I've found those videos very easy to edit. You know, the editing takes the same amount of time, or, you know, just as much time, but it's not such a mind drain, if you know what I mean. I can just sit back and do it, and it doesn't really faze me like trying to edit a cooking video. You know, trying to edit a cooking video, for example. Oh, where do I cut? What do I leave in? What do I cut? And of course, you know, my cooking video is too slow moving because of, what do I leave in? What do my viewers really want? Do they want to see how to do something, or do they just want the food porn? You know what I mean? Whereas, you know, I can get around the night market and, oh, there's an interesting story. oh, well, look at this, he's got the rotisserie and he's got some nice, spit roasts on the rotisserie, and I can film all those interesting bits and pieces and snippets, and I sort of know where to cut, if you know what I mean. When I'm editing, I'm sort of cutting each scene on movement, basically. Not cutting where something's static, but actually doing the edit or the cut on movement. That's sort of what I'm doing. Yeah, the cooking videos where they speed it up work good. You see everything, but it isn't as boring. Yeah, so true. I mean, I do watch cooking videos. Everybody who I follow, who I'm subscribed to, there's a number of people who cook, whether they're homesteaders. Probably 2 or 3 purely cooking channels I watch, but mostly it's homesteaders or lifestyle channels, travel channels, or camping channels where they're doing some cooking. I found a big thing with recipe videos or cooking videos too. Something that I might be wanting to film, or you might be wanting to film, the viewer isn't particularly wanting to watch. It seems to be, cooking videos seem to be very much about trending foods and trending recipes and that sort of thing. So of course, if you're filming something that's not trending, it better be a time-honoured classic, otherwise you're not going to get many views. And it does also seem that the cooking segment is just so, the cooking niche is so saturated too. So it's just such hard work and difficult to get the views. Yeah, no one wants to watch a pot boil or simmer for 20 minutes. It's boring, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. You sort of got to cut your segments on movement, and yeah, that's true. But then you have somebody who you make a video on how to cook an egg, and you're sort of showing all the steps. I mean, I'm just saying that as an example. Somebody who doesn't know how to cook an egg will love it, but of course, somebody who's been there, done that, will, 5 minutes cooking an egg. Well, this is bloody boring, and so they'll move on. It's how to make a cooking video. You're either making food porn, or you're making a how-to where you're explaining and showing the steps, or you're trying to make it somewhere in between where it will actually appeal to a larger audience. And it's just so difficult how to do that. How do you make it appeal to somebody who wants to learn how to cook something when it's just bang, 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 thank you, ma'am, that's the end of the video? But of course, that appeals to people wanting the pure entertainment and to see the food porn. So, yeah, I think it was just too difficult, and I'm glad I got away from cooking myself. Whereas I can walk around an event or walk around the market and, oh wow, somebody's baking donuts, look at that. And, they've got this hot iron thingy that they're melting the sugar on the top of the donuts, and that's so cool and fascinating. And somebody's got a spit roast there, and or somebody selling some beautiful flowers or some interesting perfumes over there. And yeah, it's really interesting. And my shorts usually get about 500 plus views, while my videos are lucky to get 25. It's low. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I had been doing shorts every day, and I'd stopped doing it sort of the last 3 months. The shorts did give my channel, you know, a good amount of growth, and I do appreciate them for that, and all of that. On average, for a short, I'd get like 300, 500, 800 views, sometimes 1,000, sometimes 2 or 3, or my best short about 6,000, I believe. But I sort of found also that shorts were sort of fouling up my long form. I wouldn't get that many views on my long form, and also the view duration on my long form was really falling off. You know, I'd look at the analytics and somebody's watching my long form, but they're only watching for 10 seconds. And of course, you know, I knew very well that that was because they were probably more, you know, interested in shorts, and they were subscribers who came across from shorts. So now I've cut out doing shorts. I'll do like about 1, 2 or 3 shorts per week, just depending on the week. And in many cases, the shorts will link up to a full-length video, or promote a full-length video that I've about to have dropped or have dropped already, and they'll link back to a long-form video. And you know, concentrating more on long-form video. Sometimes I'll do 2 long-form videos in a week, but more often I'm just doing the 1 long-form video per week, and my days of uploading a long form, it will be either Monday evening or Thursday evening, and depending on what I've got, there might be 2 in the week, or there might be only 1 in the week, whether it's on the Tuesday or the Monday night or the Thursday night. It just depends what I've got, and I don't sort of always have the amount of content to go up like I did in the past, because I'm putting more effort in getting out to get some good content. So, you know, I'm not going to be just filming something for the case or for the, you know, the reason of filming it. I'll be putting in some research of what's going on. Oh yeah, this could be good to film, so I'll go out and film it. Just putting in a bit more research on filming stuff. And, you know, I might still throw in, you know, the odd shopping haul or something like that. Because, yeah, let's face it, shopping haul videos are very easy to make. Or thrifting haul videos, they're all very easy to make, so, you know, might throw in 1 or 2 of them, you know, just to throw out a bit of content. Yeah, some channels do a short to promote the long form video. Yeah, well, most of my shorts now, most of them, not all of them, but most of them now are linking back or promoting a long form video. For example, you know, the short I did on the coffee sample. Well, see, that links back to the night market, that video. And of course, when you're actually in Creator Studio to make that short live, and you can do it straight from YouTube too. Associated video, I think it is. Oops, disconnect, reconnect, yeah. Associated video, I think it is, and then you just sort of choose your video that you wish to have associated with it, and YouTube will just automatically link up the videos. And I did read here, this is very interesting. In Creator Studio, I might get different things sort of come up on my dashboard to what a lot of you do. My channel dashboard's probably a bit different to yours. For a lot of you, I should actually, I'll flip the camera and I'll show you, and it's a little bit behind. It's still saying new achievement, 5,000 subs. So it is a little bit behind. Channel dashboard. Mine may be a little bit different to yours. You know, I have all these, have these other thingies on here. Creator Insider, introducing longer shorts. Now that's interesting. You know, and Wi-Fi's getting a bit slow now. But yeah, you know, all these things with monetization. I check this every so often because I've only ever had the one pop up where somebody's actually stolen my video. But yeah, this is, you know, for monetized channels only, if somebody steals your video. But yeah, there's a new concept, understand 3-minute YouTube shorts. Eligibility for 3-minute shorts, videos uploaded after October 15. Any videos uploaded on or after this date with a square or vertical aspect ratio up to 3 minutes in length will be categorized as shorts on YouTube. These shorts can be monetized in the shorts revenue sharing model with the shorts feed. Any videos uploaded before this date will remain the same as a long form. So yeah, that's interesting. It says, note, currently you cannot create 3-minute shorts via shorts camera in the YouTube mobile app. You can upload shorts that are up to 3 minutes through YouTube Studio on desktop or mobile apps. Any short that is over 1 minute in duration with an active content ID claim of any type, including manual claims, will be blocked globally on YouTube. The video will not be playable or recommended on YouTube and will not be eligible for monetization. There are no penalties to your channel. You may remove the claimed content from your videos if you believe that you can file a dispute. So yeah, that's really interesting, and it seems like you know, minutes, shorts over a minute, there won't be the amount of music available. That's what it's sort of telling us. You know, where up to 15 seconds of shorts from, you know, using, you know, monetized music that you can actually use, and ends up you share the revenue with the original artist. That won't be available for the longer shorts by the sound of things. So yeah, that's very interesting. Oh yes, there is a spot to add a link. Yes. I don't know if I can show you here on this or not. Let's see. Content shorts. I'll just bring this up and we'll see if there's a spot there. I believe you can do it on computer to actually link it. I mean, I just do it through Creator Studio on my phone, just linking them, but I will just click on that one. Oh yes, here it is, related videos. Thumbnails, this is a new one. You can change your thumbnail on the YouTube mobile app. That's recently come in, that you can change your thumbnail on mobile app on your shorts. Paid promotion, I don't have any paid promotion. No altered content. I've only done the one video with altered content. The museum video where I compared AI to reality. Tag tools. Distribution everywhere. Yeah, shorts just seems to be what it is, but my long form video, all my long form video, I actually limit, if you know what I mean, if anybody's interested. Um, 89 comments on this video, 1,663 thumbs up, 96% thumbs up. Join me on a virtual adventure at Melbourne night market. But yeah, over 8,000 views now on that one. Yeah, tags, TubeBuddy. Help me with that. I do pay for TubeBuddy too. So TubeBuddy will also translate tags. So I do have some translations of the different tags. Target keyword. Distribution. Everywhere, but I've clicked to make this video available only on monetized platforms. Go back to the dashboard there. Don't need to be there anymore. Put this thing down and see what I've missed here. I know there's probably been some chat. Just sort of had this up showing you what I have going on with YouTube. You know, whether what I've shown sort of helps anybody, gives anybody some ideas. Hopefully it does. And, you know, hopefully, you know, a bit of knowledge if anybody, you know, wants to take it on board, and hopefully it helps your channel out. Live chat, I'll just go to live chat, see if I've missed anybody. Oh, well, we've been going 2 hours. I think I might call it a day. Not keep you all too much longer. And, of course, a big thank you to everybody who's come on. Yeah, it's 10:30. So, yeah, I should call it a day. But, you know, if anybody's ever got any questions on how to do stuff or what have you with YouTube, I'm happy to help anybody out if I know the answer to a question. I'm going to thank everybody who's come in here. Do keep Troy, TA Florida, in your thoughts and prayers. He's in the Orlando area of Florida, so keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and hopefully everything comes out good for him, and he doesn't sort of face any of the horrible issues that I know a lot of people are. And of course, for anybody in the path of this Hurricane Milton, of course, you're all in my thoughts and prayers as well. Yes, thank you, Suzanne, for bringing that up. A big thank you to everybody who watches the replay here. So we are going to call it now. So everybody take care. God bless. Have a fantastic week. And until next time, bye-bye.